I know I ain't gonna hit these notes, but bear with me here. Although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. What is today? My favorite day. Story time Sunday.
Jimothy! Jimothy! Subscribe to Jimothy.
I want to talk about a very lucky predicament I got into the other day. Now, it's not every day that you get to meet someone famous. Hell, most people never meet anyone famous, and I know that deep down inside, they're just regular folks like you and I. But it is the sheer rarity of the occasion that makes it so special. Who did I meet? Well, I met BOYZ II MEN, y'all! And if you don't know who they are only one of the greatest all-male R&B groups ever to exist. And if you're too young to know, just know that yo mammy and grandmammy was getting moist than a mother. I mean, eating moist cake to their music, and you definitely weren't conceived while their heavenly voices serenaded the inner walls of yo parents' bedroom. Parents' bedroom while making sweet cake. Cause you know, yo daddy put a bun in yo mama's oven. I mean, cake in the easy bake oven that they had in their room that they ate while definitely not doing R-related activities. Yeah. Okay. BOYZ II MEN. I was lucky enough to meet these legends before they had to change their names from BOYZ II MEN to grandpas. Huh? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That was stupid. And I genuinely watched these niggas float on stage by the wings of their angelic voices. And even luckier, I was able to meet the founder of the band, Nate Morris, in a more intimate setting. Wonderful, right? I could have just bought meet and greet passes to one of their amazing shows out in Vegas and still be able to say that I met them. Sure. No, we're not going to talk about that because I'm broke and you know damn well I can't afford to pay for no tickets, okay? I was lucky enough to meet and kick it with the lead singer, Nate Morris, for a couple of days out in the notorious city of sin, Las Vegas, Nevada, where the lights are as bright as 1,000 suns, the oxygen is replaced by secondhand smoke and the exhales of sad patrons after losing big on green. And if you're sober enough, everything is but a holographic picture. Beautiful, bountiful, frame-worthy, but just like that holographic picture, it isn't real. You could reach out with your hand and grasp everything you want, but like the saying goes, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And eventually you leave with negative $20 in your bank account, a pending overdraft fee, and nothing to show for it but a bruised ego and a hard-earned life lesson. But how did I get here, and what did I learn from this situation? Now, I was lucky enough to meet BOYZ II MEN through my job, which if you ever had a job, you know, can't really be your untamed self. You gotta move like you're in church, talk like you're on the phone for a dentist appointment, model your company values, all while still maintaining a sense of your own personal identity. Because after all, you know what? You spend most of your waking hours alive at work, so you better make the most of it. Okay, cool. I can do all of that. But you see, here's the thing. There really ain't no brothers at my work, so I sometimes find it difficult to, you know, balance my work self and the uncontrollable drive within me to acknowledge my fellow person of color in a more traditional fashion, you know, maintaining a sense of my own personal identity. What do I mean by all of this? Okay, taking notes. Yup. Picture this. A tense room, nervous hands shakily set up our job site and preparations for the legend himself. Frantic voices ask around for gum like it's crack in the 90s. Is my breath okay? Does my shirt look nice? Is it weird to say this to BOYZ II MEN? Do you think BOYZ II MEN knows that 89.6% of the time I clap buns, their music is playing in the background? Bruh, quit asking me these damn questions. I don't got the answers. All of a sudden, silence. A black vehicle pulls up. A butler-type dude steps out. He opens the rear door. A light illuminates from the vehicle, and a man steps out. Bing! That's right! It's Nate Morris from the motherfucking BOYZ II MEN! Oh, okay, I'm sorry, gang. Let me redo that.
Get it together, Jimothy.
It is Nate Morris from the motherfucking BOYZ II MEN band, y'all! This brother pulled up rocking exclusive Tesla truck sneakers with not even one crease in the motherfuckers. An Optimus Prime Louis Vuitton belt that would transform into an ass-whooping if you ever crossed this man. A silky smooth shirt made out of saber-toothed tiger wool, hand extracted from million-year-old fossilized amber, and a cell phone constructed of recycled car parts from Dale Earnhardt's World Cup winning NASCAR vehicle. My boy, I see that a motherfucker. How are you supposed to come out here and do you work with us like that? He comes up to me with his deep-ass voice and says, "What's up?" and extends a hand. Being that I'm at work, beads of sweat start accumulating from the top of my forehead. I extend a popsicle stick back and said, "Hello, nice to meet you, sir." I wasn't sweaty because I was meeting a legendary human being. No, I was sweaty because you know how badly I wanted to say to this man, Wait, hold up. Okay, I know I censor everything, but just this one time, can y'all close your ears for a second? My nigga. That's what I wanted to say to Nate Morris and dap that man up. But you know what? Boy, I was out here dressed up in a zip-down six-pocket dad pants, barbecue force ones, and a neatly ironed plain t-shirt looking like a Mormon nigga named Stuart from Utah. Utah, damn it! Now my ancestors did not fight through slavery, civil wars, oppression, and all that just for me to greet one of history's greatest R&B legends like a nigga at Best Buy trying to sell you a 64GB micro SD card for your broken GoPro Hero 3 Black. Boy, I told some of my folks I was finna meet BOYZ II Men. They out here blowing up my ear off through the phone, fanning out. And I have the nerve to square up with my African-American instinct like KSI and Jake Paul and suppress the black church in me that want to give that nigga a hug and get the pastor to pray some anointing onto this man so that he may bless those like God done blessed him, and maybe in the process he could break me off like, you know, like a cool 20 or something to slide off into them damn slot machines. You know how hard it was for me to stand there and not hand BOYZ II Men my mixtape so that I could get a feature for one of my songs? Come on, bro. All I wanted was a cool 16. You didn't even have to give me a hook or nothing, damn it. I already got some Playboy Cardi leaks I was finna steal from the internet and chop into one of my songs. My boss a few feet away looking at me through the corner of his eye. I could tell what he thinking too. He thinking, this boy better not this up or I'm finna end this man's whole career. My coworkers ain't seen the brother in me come out yet, so they better mind their damn business if I invite this thing to come back to the crib later to play dominoes and rummy. I ain't even gonna lie though, I did ask one question where in my opinion, Nate Morris looked into my entire soul and saw me for who I really was. I asked, "Hey man, what's one of the craziest stories from going on tour all those years?" And he said with his deep ass voice, "Well, hold up, I'm sorry, my impressions suck. I can't do deep voices like that. I'm sorry, Nate, if you watching this." Anyway, he said, "Well, that depends on your definition of crazy." I looked at him, he looked back at me, I looked back at him, I see a slight grin start to form, then I looked around the room, I realized that all eyes were on us and on Cream Pack. The folks around us were this close to seeing a nigga moment ensue. Depending on my answer, we could have been laughing, having a good time, cracking jokes, reminiscing on the old days, and I definitely would have been invited to be the mysterious new fourth member of the BOYZ II Men group. Pondering my options, I looked back at Nate. His slight grin implied to me how he truly wanted to answer such a question. I once more scanned the room. I saw my paycheck flying out that window. A nigga like me broke than a motherfucker. I got school loans to pay, damn it. I looked back at him and his eyes told me that he understands that I can't ask that question the way I want because he wasn't finna drop a dime on any of my bills. So you know what I did? I mustered up the most Disney Channel chicken with no seasoning, buttoned up my flannels to the neck, Toyota Prius, Kool-Aid with no sugar, straight polo, fleece jacket over the dress shirt, passing out generational wealth through property and inheritance, going to Burger King for a salad, toe sandals with socks on, leave the heater running in the house because we don't wear jackets inside, type of answer that I could come up with. And I said, Nathaniel Morris, I would much rather prefer you provide me with a PG-13 answer, please. That means no mentions of sex, alcohol, drugs, no fights, altercations, no racial or political controversy of any sorts, and please keep it brief and devoid of any and all human contact afterwards, which especially includes high fives, daps, knuckles, fists in solidarity, bro hugs, handshakes are exempt, and no chest bumps as mentioned in Chapter 18, Section 13, Subsection C in my employee handbook as provided by my HR representative. This nigga looked at me like, boy, hold on, I'm finna bust out my cell phone camera and turn on that damn flash so you can snap out of it like that movie Get Out. But like the gentleman Nate Morris is, he respected that I had to get my coins or else I couldn't afford to pay for my monthly OnlyFans subscriptions and premium Snapchat accounts. So he hit me with the, "Yeah, our tour bus almost got tipped over by some crazy fans out in China" type of answer. Whew! Thank you, my brother. He respected my hustle and knew I still had to collect my coins. Picture time! Somebody busted out a cell phone camera flash and took our picture! Something's happening! Press B, press B, press B, press B! I can't get fired! Press B! Okay, woo! Good. I ain't finna wild out. I still got my job. Okay. Breathe, Jimothy, breathe. Okay. I'm back to being my T-Mobile sales associate type of light-skinned cream bar who tucks his pants into his socks because he rides his bike to work because it is the most economical option. Self. This is why you, Jimothy, got hired instead of my homie, that bitch Craig, who would have definitely pulled up with an empty JanSport backpack so he could steal one of BOYZ II MEN's shoelaces and a few loose strands of hair to sell on Craigslist later. By the way, I still want my Target gift card you owe me, Craig. Hold up. How long have I been here? Okay, yeah. Today's lesson. Aha! Now, subdued Jimothy didn't quite get the interaction with one of R&B's greatest forefathers that he so planned. And really, such is life. Nothing ever really goes as planned. Things just go. And that's all right. You take fragments from every experience you have and you learn from them, grow from them, or just put them in the back of your head as a memory you could look back on 10 years from now and say, damn, I was there. Or you can make a Jimothy episode about it. No, that'd be a real great listen, wouldn't it? Appreciate the things for the way they are. But to be honest, it was like 4 or 5 niggas there. So you know what? If anyone asks what happened when I kicked it with BOYZ II MEN, I'm finna tell them these niggas gave me and 20 of my imaginary queens, I mean real life women, girlfriends, a private show at my personal jacuzzi spa. My boy Nate Morris also invited me to perform at one of his shows as the headliner. I pull up to his family barbecues about twice a month at one of his mansions out in the Bahamas. Me and BOYZ II MEN got a collab tape in the works. They let me borrow a few Grammys and some platinum plaques to hang up on my walls. They got tired of the money, fame, and constant female attention, so all of that is mine now. Me and the boys race Lambos on the weekends. And we got a new movie in the works documenting our lives as the new and approved BOYZ II MEN with me, Perrier water falsetto type voice having ass, as the lead singer. And we finna change our name from the classic BOYZ II MEN moniker to Dairy Milk to Ice Cream. I love ya and see you next week. Don't melt, cause a milkshake can wait. Baby, this side, couldn't see you sending signs yet on this side. Caught me way off guard, and from this side, I know you probably meant no harm, but on this side, had me fucked up like a storm, baby, this side, oh, she going. Oh, hey, I didn't know y'all was finna stick around this long. Anyways, BOYZ II MEN, yo, come on, I'm begging you, please, give me a feature for my mixtape coming up. We can make End of the Road Part 2, whatever y'all like. I don't care. You know how many buns I could, you know what, never mind. Probably only like 4 or 5 people made it this far into the video, so I'm probably just gonna tell everybody me and BOYZ II MEN just earned our first Grammy together last week and got a BET Soul Train Award. Hell yeah!